Good evening, Trinidad and Tobago. Good evening, my UNC family. As I stand here, it is with great honor to extend our warmest and sincere congratulations on taking on one step again to you, our esteemed political leader and leader of the opposition, Honorable Persad-Bissessar, Senior Counsel. I bring greetings to you. Good night to members of the head table, to members of the hard-working team that put this meeting together, my colleagues seated, members of the staff of the leader of the opposition, members of the media, a pleasant good night to you. Let me say good night to both the viewing public, both local and international. Special good night to residents of Vega de Arapuch, Manzanilla Fishing Pond, Sangre Grande Northwest, Sangre Grande Northeast, Sangre Grande South, Komoto Tamana, Valencia East Toko, Valencia West. Nice to have you on board. We at the local government level, at the Sangre Grande Regional Corporation, are responsible for 8 electoral areas, which in total amount to quarter the land space of Trinidad and Tobago, which is approximately 4 times Tobago. At the Sangre Grande Regional Corporation, there are numerous challenges that we are faced with on a daily basis because of lack of timely releases from the Ministry of Finance. Furthermore, we at times are grounded and almost at a stagnant position. Additionally, most of our vehicles are down and we have no releases to purchase parts to have the vehicles repaired, while some are aged so severely that they are unserviceable. Similarly, we do not have funding to purchase cutting blades for our graders for the corporation recreation grounds and to have them maintained. The little funding we have is barely sufficient enough to purchase diesel to keep the vehicles that are working mobile. At times, we have no money to even purchase a fuse. That's how good it is. And let me categorically state, this is not an attack on any member of the Sangre Grande Regional Corporation, the CEO, or administration staff. At this time, because of the increase in unplanned developments, what we call squatters, the demand for water service, drainage services, and roads to be serviced have increased significantly. For example, we made a request to the Ministry of Finance for $3.5 million for water truck services, and we got merely $800,000. That's just a fraction of what was requested. While we acknowledge the cuts being made, we think local government should be given a little priority, seeing that the demand for these services from members of our region has increased after 54 years in existence. Indeed, we at the Sangre Grande Regional Corporation plan to create a 24-hour municipal police shift system to assist the TTPS with their daily functions and operations. We also propose to expand on the municipal police dormitory to furnish for the staff. Subsequent to this, we at the Sangre Grande Regional Corporation are being called to do additional sanitizing since the start of the COVID-19 period. We have assisted some government and state agencies such as Ministry of Social Development Compound, National Insurance Compound, PTSC in Sangre Grande, Ministry of Education, Sangre Grande Magistrates Court, Sangre Grande Fire Station, TTPS, Sangre Grande Police Station, Valencia and Matura and Toko, commercial areas in our town center, and the vendors market in Sangre Grande. Meanwhile, we are operating with a 1966 cadre, 54 years outdated. We are now in 2020. We have now an increased 500% workload from where we started. In fact, we at the Sangre Grande Regional Corporation do not play politics, but this is the reality in which we work the environment, and let me share it with you. When it comes to the lives of our people, we are not reproaching, but it's sad to say, in this day and age, we assist the Ministry of Works in Guayco, Sangre Grande by providing the backhoe and a truck from the corporation. Imagine you have a minister from Guayco in Sangre Grande sitting at the helm in a tower, a air-conditioned tower in Port of Spain. And under his nose where he lived as a young boy, that ministry, that Ministry of Works, they have not a backhoe or a truck. Really, really interesting. We at times have to assist WASA. WASA and all is under some serious financial constraints. We are not reproaching. We have to work together to work for the people, and that's what our political leader tell us to do, to work with the people, and that's what we are doing. Imagine WASA in this day and age do not have a backhoe to do repair works, to have the road dug up, to deal with pipes and so on. So these are just some of the issues that the corporation operate with on a daily basis. It was once said that if your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. Words of John Quincy Adams. This is what our leader portrays, someone that inspires us to become better, and more so, someone that inspires a country. I need to share some things with you all. At this time, things we might take for granted. In all the political leaders that serve our country, Mrs. Kamla Persad-Bissessar stood out as the lone female political leader. She was not anointed by a dynasty based on her last name, nor was she given a position on a golden platter. In fact, most men in politics at that time tried to keep her down from the very onset. How many of you can recall in 1995, when the government led by Mr. Basdeo Panday of the UNC, after he was sworn in as this country's prime minister, Mrs. Kamla Persad-Bissessar was sworn in as this country's attorney general. How many of you knew that approximately 6 months after being sworn in as the attorney general, in the middle of a parliamentary sitting on one Friday afternoon, Ms. Kamla Persad-Bissessar was told by the then Prime Minister, Mr. Panday, that she would have to accompany him to President House to have the new Attorney General sworn in. How many people knew after this was done, Mrs. Kamla Persad-Bissessar was made the Minister of Legal Affairs? She was treated like an OJT minister, leaving her with a desk and a chair outside the Attorney General's office. No woman, don't cry. Could you imagine in the year 2002, 2007, people tried to bypass Kamla Persad-Bissessar's seniority, experience, qualification by attempting to send their own family member to Commonwealth's Women Heads of Meeting to represent the opposition in Trinidad. For the first time in 2007, the period when Kamla Persad-Bissessar acted as opposition leader, one could have started to see the conversation changing from a management bent on dinosaur politics to one of all-embracing youth, gender, race, inclusion in its true meaning. I saw for the first time in 2010 my African, Syrian, Chinese, Dougla people, people of all walks of life, coming together to support Ms. Kamla Persad-Bissessar. This made me proud as a Trinbagonian. The fact that Ms. Kamla Persad-Bissessar had to deal with approximately 5 different political parties, all sharing a part for a greater piece of the national pie, you did excellent for a woman and a leader. No man could endure what you went through in your 5-year period in government, and still you delivered in health, sports, infrastructure, energy, education, agriculture, and social services, and even improved security. You introduced baby grants, meal grants, cerebral palsy grants, both parents and children, increased old age pension, removal of 15% value-added tax in over 7,000 basic food items and pharmaceuticals. In closing, currently Joe Biden served for 50 years in the United States before making his bid to run for President of the United States of America at age 78. Honorable Kamla Persad-Bissessar, You are just 25 years in service, and with your open door policy, your ability to canvass hard, campaign hard, sacrifice, as long as you are getting information reaching you with no sugar coating, which is the truth, I think you are capable of leading your proven track record. It is clear you didn't came here for power, but to empower and to create opportunities for the less fortunate, not to make the rich richer at the expense of making the poor poorer. We at the Sangre Grande Regional Corporation, we at Toko Sangre Grande, Kumoto Manzalana, members have no objection in endorsing you as our beloved, caring, charismatic, world-class leader for the United States. On Sunday, 6 December, we ask you to please vote Ms. Kamala Persad-Bissessar. Long live the UNC, long live Kamala Persad-Bissessar. I thank you.